Look at this beautiful Gingko tree. Gingko Balaria. Or another name for it will be maidenhair. Why it's called maidenhair? It's the leaf feel fluffy and feel soft. It's look like a maiden, I think. I'm not so sure. And not only that, traditionally it's actually used in Eastern sort of like, especially Southeast Asia, sort of like a herbal medicine. So it's been used for like thousands and thousands of years. And believe me, ginkgo is one of the highest uh, sort of like research-based herbal medicine next to lychee, like the reishi mushroom. So this is one of the most best sort of like herbal sort of like medicinal researchers out there. So there's so many. So simply because it's been used for thousands of years and then so on. Not only that, it technically speaking is extremely helpful and very useful herb when you need them, especially coming down to improving cognitive sort of like development, help with moves such as anxiety, help with circulation, help with reducing cholesterol. Ginkgo is one of the herbs to go to like a first line sort of like treatment. Um, but like I said, most of the herb you do not want to use them in like a long term. It need to be supervised under like a medical sort of like health professional. If you are on like long-term therapy of anticoagulants or on antidepressants, ginkgo is not for you unless you are supervised and weighing things up properly, because this is actually interact with your mouth receptor in the brain, and not only that, is intercept the B6 of like metabolizing in the brain function. So if you know properly, like B1, B6, and B9 is one of the medication, one of the vital supplement to help with nervine sort of like transmitter or nervine sort of like electrical compulse of the brain. So if you running out one of those, that means your brain is like pretty much going like all over the place. And like I said, this is a blood thinner sort of like medication. So if you're on this medication, you will bleed. You will bleed. And because it's low cholesterol, and then you do not want your cholesterol low in a certain way, because you do need essential fatty acids to help with brain function as well. So this is one of the herbs where you need a therapeutic range. So if you're on one of these, make sure you are supervised by a qualified health professional. And not only that, you need to keep an eye on all your blood tests. Make sure the value is within consistent therapeutic range. Yeah. This ginkgo here been with me for nearly like 2 years on the ground. So we bought them when they were like around a meter's high, and then through the winter the leaf fall down, and then during spring the new leaf coming up. And as you can see here, the heat wave actually causing a little burn. So these leaves are no good. So I will not harvest these at all. I will harvest them during spring when they first sprout. So those are the young leaf where it's not as potent. The flavor is much more, how do I say it, more mild. So during this time of the year, the flavor is way too intense. So if it's way too intense, what happens is that if you have them, it's actually quite strong, and sometimes you might not like the bitter taste of it. Traditional use ginkgo using the root, the leaves, and not only that, we use the little nuts for food. But like I said, you cannot overuse the amount because it's not very, it can be toxic to the brain, toxic to the body, toxic to the liver, and then so on. It's one of those herbs where you need to have a minimum therapeutic range, just like any blood thinning or high blood pressure range. So please talk to somebody first before you use them. I'll wait till spring, and then I'll harvest them, and then I will show you how I'm gonna use them. Okay, have a lovely day. I'll see you next time.